All right, welcome back to another edition of Neil News Network. So last time I did one of these a couple of days ago, I ended with a promise that I would tell you who I thought Kamala Harris's VP pick would be. So without further ado, and as a man of my word, let's break it down. So I think there's about five likely choices, with top three being Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, Arizona Senator Mark Kelly, and Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, but also in the running, California Governor Gavin Newsom and Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer. But before we get started on this, I do have one ask. So if you like this video, if you enjoy patriotic MAGA voices on left-wing platforms like YouTube, Facebook, or wherever you're watching this, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. All that stuff really does help. All right, moving on, back to the show. Let's break it down. So yeah, as I said last week, I predicted Kamala's VP pick would be Arizona Senator and former astronaut Mark Kelly, in my tease to who I thought it would be. Which actually I might not have been quite right on that. So let's just start with him. On Mark Kelly, he's a senator. He's in a swing state of Arizona, which I don't think Kamala could win. But, if there is any shot, it's certainly with somebody like him. He's a former astronaut. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. He's a white male. So that sort of balances out that aspect of it for people that are obsessed about race, which the Democrats do seem to be. Everything's about race with them. So he's good in that way. He's good on gun rights, which are a huge issue for Democrats and Kamala. And he actually has the moral high ground on that he's a rare individual his wife was shot in the face by a crazed gunman. So it's sort of hard to argue with him about that issue, even if you are a pro Second Amendment person. So he's sort of good on all those issues. There is one thing I don't promise to have tons of inside sources, but I do know some people that are insiders, and they tell me that he was top choice, but whatever they look for in vetting, they found some stuff they didn't like. Basically, he failed the vetting process at the moment. So I don't know what it is, but he's no longer in the top spot. So the other option, the next most likely option, is Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro. He's also in a swing state. He's in a much tighter swing state, so I think he can actually help bring Pennsylvania. He's a Democrat, of course, but he's sort of a well-liked one. He's traditionally worked with Republicans, so I think Republicans that are scared of too radical a Kamala would maybe give her a second look if he's on the ticket, especially if he's campaigning in states like that. Apparently, or not apparently, he had some top staffers that had some issues, Me Too kind of issues, and then he worked out deals through his office. I don't know. So there's a little bit of stuff, but basically he's pretty good. I'd say he's almost perfect, except the Democrat Party at this moment has a strong anti-Israel contention. He's Jewish. He's pro-Israel. So it's kind of it's sort of a problem. Like, they lose some votes. They gain back some of the Jewish voters that they lost by all their extreme anti-Israel policies, their pro-Palestinian policies. And this is, I have no judgment on this. You probably know how I feel, but watch another video. I'm just saying, Kamala, we all know that she's probably more, she's more on the side of the pro-Palestinian protesters than she is on Israel's side, even if she has to pretend or make nice with Benjamin Netanyahu in Washington, D.C. But even then, she doesn't really have a public meeting with him. The whole thing. She's trying to please two completely opposite sides. So I think Shapiro's a no-go because of that. And as for Mayor Peter Buttigieg, he's transportation secretary. Not for nothing, Kamala's not that tall, and he's shorter even than her. So visually, he doesn't seem to dominate her. So visually, it looks good. 2, he's a good-looking guy. 3, he's not too old, so he brings in youth voters. 4, he's a gay guy, so that's sort of cool. That brings in sort of progressives. I don't know, what am I up to, 4 or 5? Plus, he's super well-spoken. His only problem is he has no real experience. He was a mayor, and he apparently wasn't a very good mayor in South Bend, Indiana. And he's been a disaster as transportation secretary. Plus, I'm fine. I don't care if he's gay. I think that's it. If anything, it's a wash. But personally, I have no issue with it. I think most Republicans don't really care. But Kamala needs to win a lot of Black and Latino support, and a lot of those communities are not super open to a gay president or even a gay vice president. So I think I don't see it happening already. She's, as the first female, white, black, East Asian, whatever she is. I'm just, that's not a dismissive thing, but she is all of those things. But as a mixed person running as a woman, then to bring in sort of a weird gay guy like Pete Buttigieg, I don't see it happening. I think they are being very safe on this Kamala campaign. So, I don't see it's going to be them. As for Gavin Newsom, he brings nothing to the ticket. I included him because he's on everybody's short list, but no. I mean, he's well spoken, but he's from the same state, so he doesn't bring anything. He's radical far leftist like her as far as policy goes. He's another San Francisco Democrat like she is. He does not quell any concerns that the party has gone too far left if he's with her on her side. Plus, his state is a disaster. It's not like he's doing a great job. I mean, you could blame it on timing or whatever, but the state has a huge homelessness problem. The state has a huge illegal immigration problem. The state just passed a bill saying that schools cannot notify parents that he signed if a child is transgender. Now, you could have any opinion on adult transgenders or even children. You can have an opinion on it, but the idea that a school, it would be illegal, it'd be a crime, to tell the parents what the child is up to. So school is colluding with the child to keep secrets from the parents. I don't think anyone's going for that. So there's just too much baggage like that. I just mentioned that one issue, but there's a lot of stuff like that. So Gavin is an absolute no. As for Gretchen Whitmer, same thing. She's in a swing state. She might be able to bring Michigan. I don't like her, but she's pretty charismatic. So she's not a terrible thing, but I think it's too risky to bring two women onto the ticket. Plus, I just think that's it. I just don't see them doing it. Plus, other than that, I don't know if she brings anything to the ticket. She's just like sort of a moderate. She certainly would bring white suburban female voters to Kamala, but Kamala already has that. So I just named 5 people, and I told you why they're all no good. So who's it going to be? Well, she's got to pick someone. So here goes. I don't think it's going to be a total wild card. So I think I'm just going to stick with my original choice. I'm not backing down. I think it's going to be Mark Kelly. He's an astronaut, might have a tiny bit of baggage, but they already have stuff that I don't think is so bad, but they have the cat lady comments and stuff from VP. So I think they're just going to say, hey, Mark Kelly's not perfect, but he's better than JD Vance. So we're just going to go with him and roll the dice. The whole thing's a long shot anyway. So that is my final opinion. I guess the only thing that throws it off, if what they found about him is too shocking, then I guess plan B is Josh Shapiro. So we'll see where it goes. Those are definitely my top 2 picks. I mean, what do you guys think? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments that I kindly and humbly beg you to write. Oh, and before I go, one final thing. No need to correct me and tell me it should be pronounced Kamala, not Kamala, as I've been doing. I know the correct pronunciation, but you know what? After about, 20 years of listening to people on the left refer to Rush Limbaugh as Rush Limbaugh, then, and it driving me crazy, I'm going to purposely mispronounce Kamala's name as Kamala from time to time just because. All right, well, that's all for today. This is Neil News Network. Good day.